Skyline of New York City. It was 23 years ago now, almost to the minute, when a strike at the heart of New York, downtown there, the heart of Washington, D.C., the heart of this country, changed the heart of this country forever. And we mark those losses. Memorial services are being held nationwide this morning in honor of the 2,977 people who died on this morning 23 years ago, September 11th, the terror attacks on that day, more than 2 decades ago now. Here in New York City, President Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris, and former President Donald Trump are all at the National September 11th Memorial and Museum at Ground Zero in Manhattan. And later today, all three will travel to Shanksville, Pennsylvania, to honor those who died on that fourth hijacked flight, United Flight 93, possibly one that would have been headed for the White House. President Biden and Vice President Harris will also go to the Pentagon to mourn the victims who died there in that strike. At 8:46 a.m., those numbers etched in our brains forever. That is the time the first flight, the first plane hit the North Tower. We were going to bring you, as we do every year, because we do not forget, that moment of silence live to commemorate those killed at the World Trade Center. And one also thinks, as we bring in our Ed O'Keefe, who's at Ground Zero, where the memorial service is already underway, Ed, it's everybody who died that day in those buildings and at the Pentagon and in a field in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, and then the many thousands of soldiers and service people who went into the field to fight the threat that led to 9/11, all of those lives as well. It's hard to fathom. It's impossible to forget. Every single day, this sneaks up on me, and it catches me in a big, big way. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Tony. As you said, President Biden, Vice President Harris standing with former President Trump and J.D. Vance, other New York leaders. They briefly exchanged handshakes and pleasantries and made small talk ahead of this event. As you said, they will be there for those events here in New York and in Pennsylvania and Virginia. And it says something that this is the only kind of event that seems to be able to bring political leaders together anymore. The body language pretty stiff and awkward, but an important day for them to all be together.
It is an important day for us all to be together. I was just explaining this day to my 5-year-old Teddy. It's a day of remembrance and explanation. And we are approaching that moment, the moment of silence, exactly 8:46 a.m. Let's take it.
Gordon M. Amoth Jr.,
Edmiro Abad.
Marie Rosabod,
And the names, the reading of the names, those lost on this day, that list is long. It's going to go on for a good long time. And it's, I say this day sneaks up on me because
I feel the same.
Summer passes, the fall is so gorgeous, and it was such a beautiful day that day.
I remember it well. I mean, those bagpipes always sound so melancholy, and now we're getting to the point where for some people, this is just a story in a history book, but for those of us who know that day, we'll never, ever forget it. I'm glad every year they still remember it, remember everybody's name.
Yeah, and it's such a wonderful example. I mean, America is a closed fist when we are attacked, as we were on that day. And to see the bipartisan show of support and honor for those who died that day and then who fought, it's a powerful thing. As people take it in at home and talk to the next generation, they will not forget. We'll be right back.